Shanti. Dear brothers and sisters, today we are going to see about when grades fall, don't lose yourself, master your mind through the seed stage. So, there are moments in life that feel strangely silent. You open your results, your eyes scan the screen, and suddenly your heart sinks. Maybe nobody else notices it immediately. Maybe the world around you keeps moving normally, but inside, it feels like something broke. The mind starts racing. What will my parents think? What if I disappoint everyone? What if I'm not smart enough anymore? What if my future is slipping away? And the painful part is, sometimes a student doesn't cry because of the marks. They cry because they start believing they are worthless because of those marks. But listen carefully, a bad result is painful. But losing yourself because of that result is even more painful. Today I want to remind you of something this world forgets to teach. Your grades are a chapter of your life. They are not your identity. And if you can learn to stabilize your mind in the seed stage, no failure in this world will ever destroy your peace again. So, students today are exhausted, not just physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Everywhere you look, people are comparing ranks, percentages, GPAs, placements, achievements. It feels like your entire existence is being measured by numbers on a screen. And slowly, without realizing it, many students stop asking, am I peaceful? Am I healthy? Am I emotionally okay? And instead they only ask, am I ahead of others? That pressure becomes poison. Because when self-worth depends on performance, every failure feels like a personal collapse. One low mark suddenly becomes, I'm useless, I'm behind, I'm not enough. But that voice is not your truth. That voice is fear. So, have you noticed this? When grades fall, the mind doesn't stay calm. It creates storms, overthinking begins, sleep disappears, confidence drops, even motivation starts dying. And sometimes students sit alone at night pretending they are okay, while secretly fighting anxiety that nobody else can see. Some smile outside but feel completely shattered inside. Why? Because the ego has attached identity to achievement. The ego says, if I succeed, I deserve love. If I fail, I lose value. But the soul never speaks like that. The soul says, you are still worthy, you are still valuable, you are still powerful even in this moment. And this is where healing begins. So let us see what is the seed stage. Imagine a huge tree, thousands of leaves, branches spreading everywhere. Now imagine bringing all of that energy back into one tiny seed. Silent, still, powerful. That is the seed stage. It is the original state of the mind before chaos takes over. Before fear, before comparison, before emotional reactions. And when you learn to return there, something incredible happens. The world may still shake around you, but your inner world stops collapsing. You stop giving external results the power to control your peace. So that moment, everything changes. I want you to imagine this scene. A student sits alone after seeing disappointing marks. The room is quiet, phone notifications keep coming, friends are discussing scores, social media is full of celebrations, and that student feels smaller and smaller every second. Now, imagine that same student passes, closes their eyes, and remembers, I am not this score. I am not this temporary result. I am a peaceful soul learning through life. That single shift changes everything. Because peace returns, breathing slows, the mind stops attacking itself. And instead of emotional collapse, inner strength begins rising. That is not weakness, this is mastery. So, detach without giving up. Many people misunderstand detachment. Detachment doesn't mean becoming careless. It doesn't mean saying, I don't care about studies anymore. No. Real detachment means I will give my best effort without destroying my mental peace. That is powerful. Study hard, dream big, work with discipline, but never tie your entire identity to one result. Because life is bigger than one exam. Some of the strongest people in the world failed before succeeding. But what made them powerful was not intelligence alone, it was emotional resilience, the ability to rise again without hating themselves. So, turning pain into power. This part is important. Do not waste your disappointment, transform it. Pain carries energy, and energy can either destroy you or rebuild you. Use this moment to become mentally stronger, more disciplined, more spiritually aware, more emotionally mature. The students who grow the most are not always the ones who never fail. Often they are the ones who learn how to stand back up after failure. This moment can become your turning point, not because your grades changed, but because you changed. So let us see the silent power of even-mindedness. Imagine becoming the kind of person who remains stable in both success and failure. An A grade doesn't inflate your ego, an F grade doesn't destroy your soul. You stay balanced, calm, focused. That kind of peace is rare today, and that peace becomes your superpower. Because when others panic, you think clearly. When others quit emotionally, you recover faster. When others break under pressure, you remain centered. This stability creates real success, not temporary success, deep success. So, guided the emotional reset. Right now, take a deep breath, slowly, and just listen. You are not behind in life. You are not broken. You are not finished because of one difficult season. You are growing, you are learning, you are becoming stronger than the version of yourself that depended entirely on external validation. Now, silently repeat, I am peaceful, I am learning, my value cannot be reduced by numbers, I will rise again with greater strength. Feel that? That is your real power. So, one day, years from now, you may not even remember this exact score, but you will remember how you treated yourself during this difficult moment. Did you abandon yourself or did you become your own source of strength? The world teaches students how to chase achievement, but very few people teach students how to protect their peace while chasing it. So, protect your peace. Study with sincerity, grow with patience, and remember the strongest minds are not the ones that never fail. The strongest minds are the ones that stay unshakable when failure arrives. So, return to the seed stage, return to yourself, because no report card has the authority to define the infinite value of your soul. So, remember, you are more than your marks always. Om Shanti.